Okay, guys, here we are. Wednesday, midweek update on commodities, gold and silver, dollar, oil. Weird day, to be honest. Insanely weird day. Silver up, gold down, Dixie down, and I think the rates are flat, more or less. But again, I've seen a chart where the correlation between silver and the Chinese stock market is just heavily correlated. So that might be the reason why silver is up. But to explain that gold is down, I mean, that yeah, very strange. I don't know. But yeah, let's dive into the business, into the stuff here. Going to the 8 hourly here, silver up 1% as we speak, getting rejected at that purple line once again. It looks like we want to break. However, we need the confirmation first, but definitely interesting time that we're getting into here. And here we have, you can see it, gold coming down here with that ugly 8 hour candle down 0.8%. Again, I didn't see that coming at all. When I saw silver move, I really thought this was going to break up there, but clearly it didn't. We're still within our bull flag there, but definitely bit of a weird, a bit of a worrisome, because we want to see gold and silver run together. Not having silver going up and gold down, that's usually not a continuation for gold or for silver, excuse me. Here you can see, I want to remove the lines from yesterday. The gold to silver ratio down 1.7%. Again, okay, fair enough. We're coming down heavily here, but I'm not getting excited until we start to really crack down here through this area. To me, it's still bullish. Definitely, that's a deep retrace though, but still, I want to get down to here, and then I want to get further down for some into February. But okay, fine. It's a start. Let's see how it goes. Dixie, as mentioned, down 0.2%. It was down 0.5% during the day, but definitely, yeah, weird scenario going on here, a few fake outs and so on, but definitely, I don't know what's going to happen. I think, yeah, it's not clear for me at the moment. Very strange trading. Bitcoin down 0.5%. Look at the technicals. For now, we broke down from the golden trend line there, retesting and maybe rolling over. Or if we can get back in, we might see a little bit of a impulse move higher. But definitely not the best view at the moment for good old Bitcoin. The USD WTI up 1.2%. I think it was close to 2% at some moment in time. But that formation right here, which we have been looking for, that was the next formation that came when we broke the channel. I mean, we are just peaking above here. Have we broken out on the 1 hourly? Barely. But definitely, I mean, it looks like we want to have a go, but again, no clear confirmation yet, and we can easily just pop back down still. So I'm not convinced that this has confirmed anything at the moment. It's still very valid, but GDX down 2% today, together with the gold. Yeah, nothing much to mention really. It's just been chop, chop, chop. Still down 1.5%. You can see right there, ugly candle. But again, nothing much to mention here. Still down roughly 1.5%, while silver is up. It's not ideal. It's not exactly what you want to see. Nothing new here. Basically down 0.5% for the uranium spot price. Okay, fair enough. We've come a long way. As mentioned many times, I really want to see the spot price somewhere up here just consolidate for, let's call it half a year, 3 months time. That would be beautiful. Just to pause a bit and don't get too extended. URNM down roughly 1.5% today. Again, still hella bullish. We're still above the all-time highs, the previous all-time highs. Gap filled almost. Again, short-term 1 hourly. I've been looking at this trend line here to see if this can hold. Maybe we have some sort of inverted head and shoulders in play here. Again, very early. I think the week will show what it brings. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if we close the gap completely or even dipped a bit into it here again. But anyways, overall, still, I like a breakout and then bullish consolidation in towards that previous breakout line. I'm still very, very confident on the short term. URN, again, spot price. URNM against the spot price down 0 again, together with URNM down, the same amount here again with that candle right there. I still fancy that formation here. So let's see how it plays out. Actually, the 10-year rate is up 1%. So again, we retested 4.1, and you can see now we're coming higher again. I think we're going to 4.3. I want to go into the Twitter stuff. I don't have much, to be honest, but I have a few goodies. I didn't have time, or I was a bit lazy today with the Twitter posts. This is Tavi Costa, US versus Chinese equities, two diverging narratives. Again, I just did a post on Twitter. Check it out. Again, you can see the double top here for the SPX and the possible double bottom. Again, possible double top and the possible double bottom here for the Chinese equities. I also saw a post where leading up to big crisis or big crashes, the Chinese stock market fell while the US markets kept rising. And then ultimately the US market, closed the gap, so to speak. So again, want to look for North Star uranium. I've been shouting about it for 4 years, and we're still only just begun, despite outperforming pretty much everything since 2020. And yes, we have outperformed most markets with the URNM and URA. Beautiful breakout retesting here. Maybe you can put in the line at the wicks, but again, you can connect these over here. But again, what is this? That is monthly closes, pretty well defined line with the monthly closes. And again, very interesting moment in time here. Again, if we can start to outperform XPX, that is, in my view, the biggest milestone, or milestone, I think you can say, to outperform. That is the big one. That is exactly what we want to see, to be honest. So again, very interesting. Again, in my view, uranium hasn't even begun yet to do what I think it will do. Okay, here we have JC Paris, big ups for Uncle Warren, new all-time highs. This is the Berkshire Hathaway cup and handle play, trying to break out here as we speak. Still no confirmation yet, but again, still very strong. If this plays out, you have a quite high measured move for Berkshire Hathaway. Last but not least, my good man Stefano here. Silver, same story. The plateau that preceded the fall of the yields allows you to prepare for the rise in silver. If you think that the Fed funds rate should fall, you know exactly what to do. So in short terms, check it out. Great chart. It needs more diving into. But anyways, what he's saying is that more or less every time yields fall, you can see when they start to fall, that is when silver spikes. So if they start to curl over here, as you can see, maybe the fast one is topping out there. That is probably when silver spikes. And again, I do still believe silver will reach in the 40s in 2024. I think it's a big call, but it's not totally out of the question there. Check it out. Look into the chart. I like what he's saying there. The good man Stefano, beautiful stuff. 5 tickers, excuse me. I have some ETFs and a ratio, by the way, for some odd reason. Anyways, I think it was worth noting, so you can decide for yourself. Lithium here, LIT, long-term stuff here, long yellow uptrend right there. You can see it quite well defined, and we are actually coming. It is not confirmed yet because I don't have my 4th point. But anyways, we're coming into a moment here, roughly, let's call it 40, 41, where we have a horizontal support coming there. We have that blue channel right here. Again, maybe you add it to here and then you're actually at the point. But again, I still think that this one is more valid. Again, you pick what you think is best. But again, we have the blue channel, we have the horizontal, and we have the yellow. Again, I think 41 is a level to look for, roughly in that area. And if we get a bounce there, I think we have a very good chance that the lithium ETF here, LIT, that could be a bottom in my view. Again, heavily oversold, came down, what's that, 60%. I fancy that area, and I'm looking into that, for the next few weeks to see what happens there on lithium. TDOC here, that is a healthcare company. It has nothing to do with commodities, but again, I fancy the chart again. If you want to have interest, we're breaking a long-term downtrend here. We're still within the blue channel, but definitely trying to peak up here. So maybe some early stuff here. If you go to the daily, you could argue some sort of weird looking bull flag in the making here again. So if we start to see some sort of moving up here, then I think that could be on potential trades or long-term-ish investments in TDOC. Again, do your own due diligence. So here we have LITP, that was difficult. Sprott lithium miners, again, 2 trend lines. This only goes back roughly 1 year. But again, we have that falling wedge and we're now at the bottom here. Again, 2 things can happen in my view. That's at least 2 things that I'm looking at. Either we have a spill where we completely capitulate, the entire move, and then that is very often a bottom, where every bull turn bears and, and they just sell into that move down, and then you get the snapback. Or we get a nice clean, some sort of breakout, and then we're gone. So again, worth looking at here again, lithium miners together with LIT, I think, is showing some signs that we could have some amazing investment opportunities in roughly a few months' time, maybe a bit earlier. But again, we need to look and get the confirmation. UNG, that is, why is that looking so insanely weird? But anyways, this is the United States natural gas fund. Again, I wouldn't put that much emphasis into this one because I think it is a pretty disconnected from the actual nat gas price. But anyways, we are now here at the bottom here of this rail, and yeah, we also see nat gas up 7% today, 6% today. So again, this could be, where we see a bounce in nat gas. Again, this is not a stock or anything at all. For some reason, my lines that I just put on are gone. But anyways, I will add them into you guys right there. Look at it. This is the Chinese ETF divided by the SP 500. So you get the ratio. And again, the Chinese market is at a very big support here at this trend line when measured against the SPX. And the SPX is currently at some sort of double top here, a possible double top. And what we have is the Chinese market is actually at some sort of possible double bottom, as we saw from Mr. Tavi-Costa. And the ratio between the two suggests that I think we're getting a bounce here. The downtrend is still very much in play, but definitely it looks like, it could be better to be in the Chinese stocks now compared to the SPX. Also, given the fact that this move here at the end of that downtrend is just straight down, more or less. So, and this is log scale, and you get almost a vertical move down. That is usually, the last capitulation end of move kind of blow off top, in this case to the downside. Again, take it as you may. But I find this interesting. I wish it went further back so I could see what happened, during the 2000s and so on. But yeah, that is not clearly not something we're able to do. So that is all the daily update here for the daily scoreboard. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in, guys. It's a quick one. It is what it is. Guys, have a great evening or morning or whatever, wherever you are in this world. Bye, guys.